Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and I know this video is quite delayed, but yeah, finally here it is. It's gonna be the top 5 of the month for the month of December 2020. 2020, that's not stupid. December 2020, that's the top 5 best films I've watched during that month. God damn it, I'm just mumbling here. So yeah, hopefully I'll also get to make the top 10 best and the top 10 worst films I've watched during 2020 as well. Unfortunately, I sort of wanted to make those two videos with my buddy Daniel that I did the previous year, but because of the whole Corona crisis, that doesn't seem to gonna happen anytime soon. So I'll probably just gonna have to do those lists by myself. But yeah, now enough talk. Now let's begin with the top 5 of the month for the month of December. First off, at number 5, we have a film which I would really like to get in my collection because I do not have it. And it's another one of those type of women in prison films. And some of those are just so campy and so stupid that they sort of get funny. I think the whole genre is quite charming in a way, in a very weird way, so to say. But yeah, the film itself is called The Big Birdcage from 1972 with Pam Grier, and I know there. I also have another film called The Big. What's it called? The Big Dollhouse or something. I think it's called The Big Dollhouse or something, which is like came out in the same type of era when this movie came out. Which I haven't seen yet, and that film I have on DVD, and I really want to see that also as soon as possible. But yeah, The Big Birdcage, I really like the whole setting. It takes place like out in the jungle in like Indonesia, I believe, and it just feels so isolated. And really like the characters and the whole. I really like Sid Haig's character in this. I think he and Pam Grier is probably the best characters in this film. Um, they're so likable in their own type of way. So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but it's your typical type of women in prison type of film. But this takes place like out in the pretty much in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I really like this one. So yeah, The Big Bird Cage at number 5. And at number 4 is a film which I had never seen before, but I know it's like a classic, or it's yeah, most people call it a classic. Um, and I actually have this in a box set, so I'm just going to show the box set, and then I'm going to tell you which of these films that I'm talking about. But yeah, it's this box set with Steven Seagal. But the film I'm going to say is number 4 is Under Siege, the first one. I have also seen Under Siege 2, which I did not think was as good as the first one. But not my main problem, but I would say the first one is much better than the second one, mainly because of the bad guys. The bad guys in the first film is so much better than the bad guys in the second film, even though the second film seems to have more action in it. But I'm really glad to have this box set because this is like most of the films that Steven Seagal made before the early 2000s. Because did watch a film with him from 2002 or 3, and that was just god awful. And it seems like his best films were made in the late 80s and the 90s. So yeah, I'm really glad to have this box set, and gonna look forward to check out the rest of the films. So yeah, Under Siege at number 4, and at number let's see, not 2, number 3, sorry, is a film called You Were Never Really Here. This is a Blu-ray, really cool Blu-ray, like with a black case, with Joaquin Phoenix. And this film is very hard to describe for someone who hasn't seen it, but it's basically about Joaquin Phoenix character. He's like a retired like war veteran, and he's really depressed, and his life just doesn't seem to go anywhere. And he's off to make all these weird ass things, like he's like tracking down people that is in very dirty business, so to say. Um, but I would say that the cinematography and the acting in this film is the greatest things about it. I mean, it's very hard to. I mean, at first I didn't really know if I liked it or not, but I mean, I do really like this film. But I think this is a film you probably need to watch more times because I thought the ending was so confusing. And for those of you who have seen this film, you probably know what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, You Were Never Really Here at number 3. It's just so baffling to me that Joaquin Phoenix, he talked about that like about 10 or 5 years ago that, oh, I'm gonna retire from like acting like forever, and then he just came back with the Joker and now this one as well. So yeah, I just don't understand that. So, but yeah, I think he did an amazing job in this one, and so did the rest of the actors in this. So yeah, You Were Never Really Here at number 3. And at number 2 is a film which I had never watched this before. I know about it, but I didn't watch it until one of my friends actually sent it to me. Yeah, thank you, mate, if you see this. And the film is called Scrooged, and I did watch this during the holidays, during Christmas time, and damn, I really liked this film. Ended up giving it a 9 out of 10. Once again, all of the actors. This is a film that really works mainly because it seems like every single actor and even every like extras and I mean all of the people involved in this project seemed like they just went in like 100% into trying to make this film as good as possible, and I think they did spectacularly. I mean, the end result is really speaks for itself. I really think it's an amazing film, and I think this is probably going to be a future rewatch for me during Christmas time, because I sort of feel a little bit ashamed of myself that I had never seen this before. Yeah, and it seems like most of Bill Murray's films are like hit or miss in a way. I mean, sometimes it feels like he just goes 100% into his roles, and sometimes it feels like, oh, I don't care. Like with the Garfield films, it just seems like, oh, I don't care. So I usually watch the Garfield films with the Swedish dub instead, because the guy who provides the voice for Garfield in the Swedish version, he really goes 100% into that role. Now I'm just completely talking about another film, but yeah, Scrooged, if you haven't seen this one and if you want to have an awesome Christmas film to watch during the holidays, go check this one out. I really, really enjoyed this one. So yeah, Scrooged. And at number 1 is a film which I do not have in my collection, but I did watch it on TV. And I usually say about like movie channels and like channels in general, or like movies they show on TV most of the time, it's just like, oh, garbage, garbage, garbage. But I just started watching this and I'm like, damn, this is a really well made film and really good as well. And I just think it's so tragic at the same time because it's based off of true events. And the film is called Hotel Mumbai. It's about a like type of hostage situation that took place in Mumbai in I think it's 2007 or 2008. And prior to this film, I had no idea that something like this had happened in India. So I was like a little bit shocked about that as well, taken by that and shocked and all of that. And this is another film which is just amazing because I think all of the actors did an amazing job and the cinematography is amazing, and it is very tense. You really sit on the edge of your seat throughout the entire film. There's never a really dull moment, and it has a very good pace as well. So yeah, Hotel Mumbai, such an amazing film, and that's definitely a film I'm gonna try to get a hold of in the near future. So yeah, Hotel Mumbai at number 1 for the month of December, that is. So yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, keep your eyes open for the top 5, not top 5, the top 10 best and the top 10 worst films I watched during the previous year. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, or if that's gonna be possible with my buddy Daniel or not. But yeah, keep your eyes open for that video, and I'm also gonna try to make another update video because I had bought a little bit of films that I have not showed you yet. Yeah, there's plenty of new content coming up real soon, hopefully. So yeah, hope everyone is doing well out there, and take care, and see you next time. Bye bye.